Good day, guys. Austin here, and today we're delving into the arcade scene once more time. Now today I've got a new little puppy on the block. This little puppy today is called Frenzy Express. What a name! What a little title! And this is absolutely crazy, to be honest. It's the first time I've had a look at it today, and I don't know what to make of it. I really don't. It is a little uncouth, to say the least, but the entertainment's there. Basically, this is a blatant rip-off from Crazy Taxi. You play as a scooter guy. You know, one of those little pop scooters, the one that you actually do the tricks on and things like that. In fact, here, this is the arcade game. As you can see, it's got a scooter attached to the actual arcade game, so you can play to your scooterish heart's content as much as you want whilst you play the game. But as always, I take it one stage further, guys. I'm gonna bring this scooter and I'm gonna put it inside your house, because that's how I bring my bountiful gifts. I bring them in I bring them in abundance. And I'm probably high on candy because I've been smashing my Christmas boxes today, which is a little weird to say the least. But yeah, I've been playing around with this. It's not too bad, to be honest. It's by no means going to be a classic. It is a blatant rip-off of Crazy Taxi. Instead of actually dropping people off in your taxi, you pick up a parcel and you take it somewhere else. But some of the characters that are actually in this game, the voice acting and all that kind of stuff is mental. I mean, this is made by Uniani. I can't pronounce it. Basically, it got renamed to Unico, which is, I believe, one of the fingers, not attached, but it's one of the fingers of Konami. And this is a South Korean developer who actually come up with this crazy title to rip off Crazy Taxi. But it was released into the arcades, like I said. It was released on this little scooterish thing that goes on. You actually have to pedal yourself as well, which I suppose brings back some pedaling days from back in the day. I never had one of these pop scooters. I was a bit old for this. My scooter was actually a Scoot X. I'm not sure what you guys call them from the other places, but basically it's a cross between a BMX bike with a Skywell wheels and a scooter. Probably more on the scooter side of things because you don't sit on it. Anyway, we digress. Let's get back onto the game. Jesus wept. Where did this phone come from? I've got no idea, but it landed on my desk today, so I did my dutiful, bountiful duty and decided to dig right in and bring it to you guys. So that's exactly what I've done. I've given you a download link. In that download link, down below in the description, is everything that you need to get this up and running on your computer, so you can play this to your heart's content at home. Well, first thing to do then, obviously download that. Well, get ready whenever you want to install this program. It's not that hard, really not. Giving you everything you need. So once you've got it then, open it up and you'll be greeted with a folder similar, if not identical, to this one. Now within here, you have, as always, the Simply Austin README file. Now I warn you, every time you look at my videos, please take a look at the README file. On this occasion, it really is. If I could stick little red warning lights on there, they'll be everywhere. It'd be like Blackpool illuminations. For those of you who ain't English, that means flashing lights all over the place. Yeah, I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to read that README file. If not for the sake of this game, because, well, it's got, first of all, the installation instructions, which, to be honest, we're cheating because I'm going to talk you through it right now anyway. And they're a little vague in there, to say the least. But one main thing is that it's actually got the controls of the game written in there. Now, for those of you who've played a few of the other various games that I've brought to your attention that have come from the arcades, some of them are limited with their controls. You have to use a key mapper, a legal one, not one that these pre-configured drive sellers keep on knocking out. Yeah, a key mapper. So basically you can set it to your either arcade controls or your joystick controls, your Xbox 360, PS4, whatever you want to play this on. You can even play it on a Wii, I suppose, theoretically. Yeah, So I've given you everything you need, and in that README file is the instructions and the keys which it requires to be configured. I'll talk you through that in just a second. But everything else here is pretty self-explanatory. I've also included a actual image of the game's logo, so if you want to put this in your arcade setup, you've got a wheel to get you started. I can't say no further than that, can I? Also included is the actual game and some of the install files, which it is very specific about what it needs. Now it requires a certain redistributable file, so I've included those for you just in case you get caught out and you haven't already got those installed. Those are the two. Please run virus scanners, do everything you want on these. You know, I'm just trying to help you out, giving you the files and everything that you need, but don't take my word for it. I'm just a lonely guy, alone, playing arcade games. No, I'm not. I'm actually really quite busy. That's why I've not been able to knock a video out for the last week or so. But yeah, there you go. That's everything you need. Now, to the good stage. Let's actually get this up and running on our computers. So first things first, in here, the actual Frenzy Express. Here's the game. As you can see, it's got local disk G and local disk H. Ignore these, to be honest. It's just the way the game wants it to be installed on your computer. You can put this anywhere you want. Don't be put off by the names of those directories. But please, also do not change them because the computer does rely upon them. Okay, it's a bit of a weird mishmash to get here, but on your computer you can actually put a shortcut leading to wherever it is you want to launch this from. You know, you don't have to keep on delving into all these folders to get to the actual exe or executable file, or as I like to put it, executionable file each time you want to play it. So go on in there and you'll be greeted with this at some point. The actual game files. It's not hard, guys. It really is not. That is what you launch to play the game. However, what we need to do, like I told you, is get this up and running on our computers. So you don't really want to be playing with the keys, which I've given you inside that README file. What you want to be doing is configuring it to whatever control mechanism you wish to play it with. So I do mine with an X-Padder control. Now, again, I've taught you through this on numerous occasions, guys. You can download this from loads of different places. You can buy it from the guy, X-Padder, from wherever it is. Google it, it'll take you to the site. He's a reasonable guy. It's only a few bucks and it's worth investing in, but it's up to you where you get it from. Also, there is countless tutorials on how to configure, set it up, get it installed and all that kind of stuff. It's not that hard, to be honest. It's just a case of putting it wherever you want it, setting up your control pad so it's configured, and then you can add loads of systems, games, or whatever you want. But again, we digress. It's all over YouTube. I'm not going to knock out another tutorial on that because that's, well, it's wasting my time because there's plenty of other people out there far better than me. Okay, so here we go. Mine's already set up. So as you can see, I've got it. So number one, we'll be putting coins in. Enter is actual start. Z and X are these buttons here. And as you can see, there's no up and down. It's just left and right. Now the brake buttons and all that kind of stuff is the shoulder and the triggers for me, because I'm not quite sure what kind of system I want to run yet. I'm still configuring these keys and trying to find the most instinctive layout for me to play. Who am I to judge? Who am I to judge what you want in your setup? But these are just an example for you to visually, I don't know, metaphorically put into your head and plant that seed so you can configure your controls. Maybe that one step better than me. Jesus Christ, I really have been eating too much sweets. Anyway, so we've got that set up. We've got the controls, we've got the game installed, we've got our redistributable. My controller's just decided that I took too long waffling on, so it's turned itself off, so switch it back on. There we go. And we're ready to rumble. How exciting is this? So let's get this down. Now the one thing that you may need to do is when this game launches, the control or taskbar down on the bottom will still be visible. Not for every, I can't even say it, not for everybody's machine, but for me this is taking place. For you, I don't know, guys, I really don't know. On my arcade setup, I actually have my taskbar hidden when I'm not using it anyway, so I would have to scroll down to the bottom of the screen to see it, so mine's always hidden when I'm playing it anyway. I would say do that to yours on your arcade cabinets, because, well, who needs a taskbar on an arcade cabinet at the end of the day? But it's up to you, and again, it doesn't have to be running on your arcade cabinet, it just needs to be on your PC to run this game. But anyway, we digress again. A good way to get rid of it is to press Alt F4 once you get in there. Only once though, and that will get rid of the taskbar. So I'll show you now. It's loading up, and there you go. There's the taskbar at the bottom. So if I was to press Alt F4, as you can see, it disappears, and I've got the game in full screen without any visual hindrance whatsoever. So as you can see, the game is taking itself through all the setup. Ignore all this at this stage, just leave everything exactly how it is. Don't get tempted, guys. Do not get tempted at this point. It will ruin your day. Once it's complete, we'll get into the game. And here we go. Here is, well, the game. Now it's maybe loud and very annoying, so I may not be able to.
Frenzy Express!
Frenzy Express!
Select player.
Yep.
Show me the way. Which foot are you going to use?
Classic. Absolute classic. So as you can see, we are now booming. It's terrible. It's not terrible. It's actually good. So this is me now playing the game. That's how we start. And as you can see, they pass me things such as reindeers made out of cardboard. And I am expected to deliver this. Where do you wacky people from Korea come from? Apart from South Korea. This is, well, it's just, they should have called this Crazy Taxi because it is a crazy game, to be honest. I'm never going to make this drop off either. And that poor child will be without a little reindeer thing.
Hurry up, hurry up.
Trying 2, 1, 0.
Time over.
Can I get over there? Oh, I'm absolutely terrible at this game.
Time over.
Let's have it one more go. And this guy with pink slippers and pink trousers is instructing me to drop off his present from a random location from within a park. No comment. Oh yeah! Well, that's not the way. I don't know if they have any trading standards in South Korea. Probably not. They don't have much else really. But yeah. I'm sure that whoever brought out Crazy Taxi, Sega wasn't it? I believe who actually released it. I don't know who developed it. I can't remember. It's been such a long time since I played that game.
You better find another job.
Who said that I was employed to you anyway, fella? See what this cowboy wants me to deliver with his chaps on.
Careful! Watch out!
Alright, last parcel. Come on, gotta make it. Gotta get this airmail envelope to its destination on a scooter. That makes sense. Oh yes.
Hurry up, hurry up.
I'm trying to.
Hurry up, hurry
Oh
up.
shit.
Hurry up, hurry up.
The fat kid again, he gets around quick.
Time over.
Oh, I went straight through it as well. Well, that is it. That is the game. And that is how good it is. It really is. It's pioneering stuff. It actually infused other developers to get stuck into their games to make it not as good, or not as bad, should I say, as that. But I've released it for you guys. You know, it's there. You play away to your heart's content. It's actually not that bad. It's just that when you actually play Crazy Taxi, whether it be the normal version or the arcade version, on whatever system you want to play it on, even if I played it on a Casio watch, it would probably still be better build quality than that game. But who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? Well, thank you guys. Thank you for stopping. If you stopped with me that long to see that game, hopefully you've got this up and running on your system. If you haven't managed it, well, to be honest, I'm not really going to help too much with this game because let's face it, you're not really missing much. But I know that those of you out there, you actually like getting every single game that you can get your hands on, and this is a proper arcade release like the ones I have been doing. You know, they actually add a PC within the game or inside the arcade cabinet. So, you know, who am I to judge at the end of the day? This could really pull heartstrings of anybody out there at the end of the day. A lot of love and attention went into developing this game. The storyline itself speaks more than words. Well, look forward, guys. Sega Saturn has won the Hyperspin vote that we had taking place on Google+. So that means that basically the next release or the next video for the Hyperspin packs will be the Sega Saturn. So look forward to that, guys. I cannot wait. I'm on tender hooks with anticipation in the knowledge that I will be getting in my hands and releasing it to you guys very shortly. Maybe more shortly than you may think. So, you know, be very aware. So stand by. Oh, I'm not going to draw this out for any longer. I've waffled on far too much. I've ate far too many sweets for some reason. And, well, I'm going to leave you to it. So please, take a look at my channel. Please subscribe. Please like. Please do all the crap that normal people say at the end of their YouTube videos. But most of all, you have a good day. Laters, guys.